What?
Secret stash.
Yeah. No, it's her.
It's personal in order to make her live forever.
No, because I think because of my brothers and I think we never gave back, any of us. So now that I sell my wine, I like to have
Something from her.
I like her to have olive
pay
oil,
it back in-
almonds, and
You pay
wine
back in nature.
as much as
Yeah.
No, and also I because she's not very good with money. She's getting very old, so I put 20s and say what about Spain? What is Spain? I mean, nobody reads Cervantes. Everybody's named, right? I mean, everybody knows Don Quixote, but nobody's ever read it.
No.
And it's incredible. It's like the core of
what
I did.
what Spain is, you mean?
right? It's, what do you
School,
think?
school.
Yeah, at school.
You need to read it for school.
But in Holland.
No, here. I grew up here.
Oh yeah, Spain.
And I am Don Quixote, so.
Yeah, you're also fighting windmills.
Yes.
I mean, it's really it's like concentrated creativity. I mean,
It's getting better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think Cervantes was the only radical, artist.
Yeah.
And Shakespeare and Cervantes, they died together. They died at the same time, the same week.
Okay.
Or maybe Cervantes died on a Monday and Shakespeare died 2 days later, or vice versa.
He's very involved in the winemaking process as well.
Yeah, he pressed all these wines. So,
Excellent.
because I remember last year I went down there. It's pretty nasty, because there's gas, it's dangerous, and he was there in his underwear and pressing. I said, "Hal, do you need help?" He goes, "I just need to do something." And he says, "Actually, it's better if you don't come down here because I'm concentrating here."
Yeah. So he's got the touch for it as
He was
well.
9, He was 9. It was because his birthday is in September.
Really?
He pressed all these wines, the 18.
So he's got the feeling for it as well then.
Small hands.
No, I don't. Yeah, he's very good at. So we go to friends' restaurants and they say, "Hey, try this. You want to try this?" And I don't say anything. And he says, "Hey, come on, man, you can do it."
Don't do that.
Excellent.
Very famous chefs, And he goes,
Don't say this.
and then you give him a glass of Celos or something, and he goes like,
That's good, what?
That's good.
Excellent.
It's strange, It's more natural if you're very young.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
It's just it's like a straight line. It's not complicated. To me, it's like more.
Yeah, I guess
complicated,
there's
everything.
more stigmas and more words. And
No, I mean, north of Paris is very complicated.
okay, oh yeah?
It's a dynamic, it's a growing dynamic. I think USA, Asia, France, Spain. Spain right now, I think is the most, it's the greatest
The place.
wine buyer on earth. Although they don't have much money, but they really, if they have 10,000 euros, they want to spend 10,000 euros.
Yeah.
Whether Texans have 100 billions and they want to spend 1 billion on wine and maybe 50 billions on weapons or petrol or they're more complicated, but they have much more money.
Yeah.
So of course they're more conservative. But Spaniards are like bad kids, I got $20, so I'm gonna spend 21.
Yeah.
So my wines,
Try
it's
to get a
funny.
discount.
It's no, we can't sell this. And I said, do you have any cases in the car?
Yeah.
So I can't buy this stuff. He's like, how many bottles do you have? I said, I have 100 bottles. Okay, I'll buy it now, but I'll never buy again from you. And then the next time they do it again.
Yeah.
They're like kids.
Yeah.
They don't know how to keep their money maybe.
Control themselves.
Himself, he's like, just I can't buy anything right now. I got 150,000 bottles. And just drop off 2 cases, but that's all I want.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little bit like it works here as well.
But then he buys hundreds of bottles from Pfefferling. And now this guy's like 80 years old, and I looked him up on the internet like a month ago, and it turns out he was a very low-key guy, and he donated all his art collection. He was a low-key guy. We were very friendly. He was like 35 years old. I was 18, and he was always hanging out with younger people. And he donated all his art, and it's the only museum in the south, in Italy. Rembrandt, Tiziano. And so one day he said to me, "Oh, I got an Eakins. You want to buy Eakins?" I said, "Oh, I'll buy Eakins." So I asked my dad. I said, "Look, I need 100,000 liras to buy Thomas Eakins." So my dad said, "Who's Thomas Eakins?" Well, he's an American legend painter for 19th century. He says, "Is it a fake? Is it a fake, huh? So are you going to give me the money?" "No, I'm not going to give you the money." That was it. So this Thomas Eakins, portrait of his mom hangs in this museum.
Okay.
It's very strange.
Yes, that's quite strange.
And one day they came to they came to our place the first time we made wine, right? I made wine, and it was very smelly, funky, and it was white on top. It was rotting. 2011 in Scombro. It was rotting because I didn't touch it. Nothing happened. So it was fermenting. Maceration was very, very slow. And so on top it started looking like cheese, like really bad. And they came down and said, garbage, it's vinegar. So I started throwing out, maybe 50 kilos, 100 kilos. And then at some point I got tired, and I'm over this jar, and I'm like, "Oh, this smells really good here." And I said, no, I'm not going to listen. I'm going to go buy. I went to buy a press, a cheap press, and we pressed it, and that was a Scombro 11.
So.
And then the next year they came back, and we had Rena. We had done Rena, and it was like a lot of grapes. So we had done like 3 or 4 barrels. Or because he was too young at the time. And they said, Sebastian, one of the 2 guys, he says, "Do you have a little cray, a little." And he said, "Okay." I went to get him a white piece of
Chalk.
Yeah, chalk.
and but
Cray.
and
Cray in French.
and he marked all the barrels, like this one. Okay, so we're gonna buy these barrels, so that way you don't have to bottle it. They said, "Oh, great." So I calculated. And I said,
Yes.
"Okay, it's 4 times because it's a lot of bad stuff. So it's maybe 270 bottles." All these people, they explain, they can explain. But I think there was so much sugar that year in 17 that this wine just kept producing gas, because usually wine dies. If you leave it open like this, a must. If you leave it open 1 month, it starts tasting like a natural wine, or it's just deep there.
Yeah.
Or vinegar. And so this wine's 6 months, and then I bottle it, and it's delicious. It's called Dulce 17, Dulce 17. But only 30-40 bottles, because I had to make a hole. The must was dry, and I had to make a hole, like you dig a hole looking for water, and the wine was low, and I bottled with a glass like this manually inside the jar. It was really crazy.
This one.
Yeah, maybe.
2 wines only.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I had 2 of those, and I drank them. They were very good. Someone gave me.
They have also I think the 12, 13 assortment different.
There's no explanation. Just that.
No, it's basically garbage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
well,
it's like a gone.
Good-
It's like
good
a
waste,
It's
good
like a
garbage.
wine gone completely bad.
yeah.
But then it comes back like a zombie. So this guy he left, right? This guy he lives in London. He was from where?
Which one?
The guy was here.
I was just gone.
The guy who walked in like this.
British guy. The London
I
guy.
just missed it. I guess.
Yeah, you missed it.
No, the guy's like.
It's colder here than in London. That's what he said.
No. Well, it's very London talk, right? she was like a how beautiful.
Ja, bij dat stekst er wat je al stuurde.
It's a good looking pork.
Still here.
Dat was wirklich billig.
Hey, you.
Gepäck, aber sehr gut. Dat is wel leuk. Wij vliegen het aan Frans.
Where are you from?
Mit Gepäck.
Not.
Ja.
So how many pages have you done?
Today?
No. This.
Just for this one.
Because you know what? Before I leave, I'm going to take a sort of close up of you, know, to see this girl. She writes about us, and people are going to go, no shit.
Oh no, don't do that. It's naar mij. It's just for me to remember what it's like.
No, that's great. You know, it's like I taste with people. They got books like this.
Boeghoff. 18.
Yeah, it's good to remember, and also when you work with it, it's always handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, memory. You know.
Memory.
Yeah, memory. You could record. You could write,
Yeah,
you could
well.
draw. You could ask
Yeah.
someone, "Hey, what's my name?" Huh?
Yeah, well, that's sometimes
You're
it
drunk.
works, but when I taste a lot of wines, I don't remember at one point.
It's like Kim. So what did you do last night? I don't remember. You just,
No, here.
But he remembers everything.
I don't remember even coming back home.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
You said you remember everything.
Visa.
Just not when I come back home.
Visa man.
I don't know how you came back home because I didn't hear a car. I was
You
awake.
hear me coming back.
I was awake.
You should ride the Balearia with us. Everybody's like, thank you. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, huh?
Right, the
What?
Balearia.
What are you talking about?
No, because you can't go on the deck because there's this horrible music,
You have to.
stuff you were listening to. We were dancing to last night.
I
It was
remember it was good music.
yeah. Sometimes it's really good.
Boeghoff.
This was our friend.
Oh, zullen we beginnen?
Ja, Harold hier heeft even de pace.
Which is this one? What is this one?
Boeghoff.
Ik ben er nog geen eentje tegengekomen die tegenvalt.
You know, when you Google Bucharest,
Ja.
it means
Ik vond echt
bearing.
de 2018 is Conro vond ik
Bearing?
niet heel
Yeah,
spannend.
because the first time I harvested it,
Maar-
it was in a
Dat is...
place,
Like this
you know,
one?
in the campo where it was called the Bucharest. But then I moved to this other place where the plants were amazing. These are the most amazing plants, you know, I think in Spain.
Okay.
They're like 100 years old. They're in a soil that's just broken rock.
Wow, it's
It's
so
just-
different.
They don't produce. They're spectacular. That's why they bought it. You know, these kids. They said, you know, I need $1 million.
Is that those kids you were talking about, Philippe? And
Yeah.
yeah.
They went to a bank and they say, we're going to buy this, and they said, well, we're not going to give you any money, and so they call their parents and they sign the papers. and
Okay.
God, this one is so different.
Different kind of bank.
Oof.
But which is it's interesting because it's exactly how business is done.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to start something, there's two ways to do it, right? You do something without money, then you become extremely powerful. Huh? Like self-made